The historic Golden West Hotel sits in the middle of downtown San Diego on 4th Avenue, just to the east of Horton Plaza. The hotel was known as the working man's hotel. Those who worked in the area took advantage of an ideal situation when it first opened almost 100 years ago.
It was a working man's hotel. We have a lot of retired people here, a lot of working people. It's moderately priced, and we feel that we serve a needed function for the community.
Meet Shern Platt. His family has owned the Golden West for the past 40 years, since 1968.
It was started to be built in 1913. It opened in 1914. It was built by John D. Spreckles, who also had such a great history in San Diego. He had a lot to do with the formation of the transportation system here, the trolley lines. He owned the trolley lines. He built the Spreckles Theater. He just had a lot to do here. And he built this hotel while he was building the Spreckles Theater.
Today, the Golden West is still used as an SRO, a single-room occupancy hotel. The hotel looks as though it did 95 years ago.
And we've just been able to preserve it through dedication to the idea of preservation. The original tile floors, the PBX switchboard behind me is an original switchboard, not in use anymore, but we've preserved it just as a showpiece for the lobby area.
The PBX switchboard, or the telephone service, was used for years. It is now a reminder of the early years. The guests still enjoy it. You'll see a demonstration on how the PBX works a bit later in the program. But first, Stern takes me around the lobby and shows me the pictures on the wall that depict how this modern-looking building was built nearly a century ago.
And actually, the construction process in and of itself is quite unique in that it's a totally concrete and steel structure, which was kind of unique at the time. It was a very modern process for building at the time.
John Lloyd Wright was the designer. He was just 19 years old at the time. He's the son of famed architect Frank Lloyd Wright. The Wright family lived right here in Del Mar.
We found out that John Lloyd Wright's widow was living in Del Mar. This was about 15 years ago. And we met with her, and she had the pictures. And so she said she would give them to us.
The rest of the lobby looks as though time has stood still since 1914.
And this is the front desk area. This is original, all oak wood structure.
Before the telephone service was invented, a calling box system was commonly placed in hotels and larger homes or mansions across the country.
Well, this isn't used anymore, but it was a call system. The rooms didn't have individual telephones in the old days. So in order to contact a person in the room, the desk clerk would come out from the desk area and come over here, and if the person was in, say, room 168, the person would press this button, which is 168, and that would buzz the room.
Near the lobby, one of the doors takes us into a dormitory. It too looks as though time has stood still for decades. What's more amazing, the beds are original to the hotel.
And still is used as a dormitory. It's one of the only, probably the only dormitory left in downtown San Diego. So it's an inexpensive place for people who want to just rent a bed for a night to come in and rent a bed. And it's kind of a historic feature of the hotel, as many others are, so we've just decided to maintain it.
I wanted to see some of the rooms upstairs. Tom Mix is the hotel manager. He shows me around the 3-story building. The rooms are quaint and they come furnished.
Well, this is the 3rd floor, and this is a typical room in the hotel. This is an outside room. It faces the Horton Plaza garage.
So this is as large as most of the rooms are?
Most of the rooms are this small size, about 8 by 12.
Back downstairs in the lobby, remember the PBX switchboard? Tom is the expert.
And it probably was installed by AT&T at that time. That was the company back then. And the way it works, there's 2 sets of cords. You usually take the back cord, you put that up into the room. You take the bottom cord, you put it into a trunk line, and then you dial the number.
But it hasn't always been this simple for the historic Golden West Hotel, which was once at the point of demolition because of the redevelopment of Horton Plaza during the 1980s.
We negotiated with the Horton Plaza developers, and this building and the Spreckles Hotel were the two major buildings that remained when everything else was torn down around here to build the Horton Plaza. And we're so happy that we made that decision because we think it's a splendid thing for the community to have and for the city to have.